Hello everyone, welcome to Professional IAS. Today we are talking about one important area, that is fake news. As because Lok Sabha elections are about to come, so it is very important you should understand the underlying causes and the regulatory mechanism and also the accountability on the intermediaries like Facebook and Insta with respect to the fake news. It is one of the social issue, remember this point, hence it is covered in your GS paper 2 along with polity and governance. Now let us go ahead in our topic, that is fake news. Fake news has become one of the important and significant problems of India's media space, particularly the digital media. As you are well aware of this fact, the fake news has been rampant, in our mobile devices, in our ads, WhatsApps, Telegrams, whatsoever, any digital media platforms, you might have got lot of fake news, you might have received also. The face view news is generally received by us in the form of two important ways. One is misinformation, another one is disinformation. Misinformation is nothing but spreading up of a false or fabricated or modified news with intent and not an intent to harm. This is important. Intent and not an intent to harm. That particular two words will actually differentiate between misinformation and disinformation. So misinformation is nothing but spread of a fake news, a modified or a fabricated news with or without the intent to harm. Whereas disinformation is something which is a deliberate attempt in order to harm a particular community, harm a particular caste, harm a particular sections of society. That is what is called as disinformation, and in our common language we call it as propaganda. So disinformation is equals to propaganda, deliberate attempt to harm an individual, a community or a section of society. Right. So this is the introduction that you have to write in your examination. Okay. After writing this, then you have to go ahead. What are the various causes of this spreading of fake news? Various objectives. The first objective here is in order to spread strife between different communities. This is the first one. Nothing but to generate communal tensions among the religions, among the castes. This is first point. Second point here is in order to set a narrative for the political parties so that they gain in the elections. This is the second point. Third point here is to manipulate or change the public opinion, in the favor of a particular party, in the favor of a particular government, in the favor of a particular businessman. That is called as what? Manipulation of information. Manipulation of information, with the help of which we also manipulate the mindset and the public opinion of the people. For example, if Adani has done something, irregularities are there whatsoever, or Ambani whatsoever irregularities are there, what generally people will set the narrative here in order to change our perception. They say that they have created this much of jobs, they are giving this much of employment, etc. So they go into a different direction, a deliberate attempt to move away from what? From the reality. So the third important point here, as I have told you, that in order to manipulate the public opinion in the favor of a political party, in the favor of a businessman, in the favor of a celebrity, in the favor of a particular caste, so and so forth. And the fourth and last important objective is to undermine the democratic fabric. You know that in democratic fabric, basically lot of voices are heard. Means you can talk, I can talk, that section can talk, that religion can talk, that caste can talk, that community can talk, anybody can talk. But with the help of fake news, what we will try to do is we'll try to align all the opinion into one particular basket, and we'll leave out those people who actually want to express against that particular opinion. This is how a larger section of fake narrative audience will be created, and a smaller section of truth seeker, you can say that, or fact checker will be created. And this is a smaller section, this is a larger section. And this smaller section cannot actually go against with this larger masses. Automatically, if they even speak anything antagonist or anything against this particular larger mass view, they will be isolated from their friend zone, they will be isolated from the society, they will be seen with apprehension, they will be scared for what they are doing. So that voices of smaller sections of society or individuals will go in vain. There won't be any value to it. Perhaps they will be afraid of even talking about anything against that larger opinion. So that's how it creates the social tensions in the society. You might be aware of this fact that if someone has told you something with regard to a particular community, did you ever try to defend it? No. Did you ever try to fact check it? No, you did not do that, because you are afraid that if you put that thing into the status, or if you just retweet it, if you feel that that is your opinion, you cannot even retweet. So how much our actions has been restricted because of this fake false narrative? You just understand it. It means democratic fabric of a country which actually allows us to speak our thoughts, our freedom of expression we are having, our freedom of belief we are having, freedom of conscience we are having, means what we think right is right, what we think is right, wrong is wrong. Our perception is not even being considered in this larger mass of what? Fake news narration. Okay. Now, one important example I want to give how the fake news can actually create communal tension, which was there also in the news. Here you can see that there was a fake news which was spread that children are being kidnapped by a particular set of community, and it is there in the news, which I will be putting here the image. You can see here, of the Indian Express and Hindu newspaper. You can see here. There is a fake news spread that children are being kidnapped by a particular community. And what happened? That has led to mob lynching of innocent people. Though they are not actually the child kidnapper, never has a history of it. So that is one. Second important, you can see that with regard to infodemic. You might be aware of this fact that during COVID, a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and also the Patanjali products, you might be aware of it, which actually claimed what? Immunity from coronavirus. Lot of people believed it. Lot of home remedies were actually projected as one of the cure to the COVID-19, which WHO General Secretary has termed it as infodemic. Information is pandemic, like that. Means the fake information is spreading like anything and people are believing on it. That has led to a lot of lives of the people also. That is the second one. The third example I can give you here is political narratives. Means one party and another party start manipulating the history, start fabricating the culture, start modifying the history, trying to gain what? Edge over one another. In that way, what is happening? The historical freedom fighters, whatever we have, the historical timeline, whatever we have, the importance of some people are projected so much hype. The importance of people who actually contributed has gone very low. Just to suit their political agenda, lot of manipulations and history telling happen with regard to fake narration. So you can understand that for example, you just imagine a point here. I was there with one of the person and he was very much a leftist person, nothing but he has the ideology of BJP, RSS, like that. We call that particular people out, rightist people. So we were having a discussion. He told that Jawaharlal Nehru has actually taken the prime ministership, though people and the masses wanted Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel to be the prime minister of the country. Just imagine a point here. How could Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel will become the prime minister of the country when he died in 1948 or 49? So the first general elections actually took place in the year 1952. And the 1952 Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was not alive also. But still lot of people does not know about this fact, and they keep on taking the political benefit, and the political parties spread it in that way. This is how the country is functioning with regard to wrong political narration. Still people believe that Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was the best choice for the prime minister than Nehru. And you understand this point that Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was not alive at that point of time. This is all about fake news. Now let us see, do we have any rules and regulations or act with regard to controlling of this fake news? Means we do not have a fake news curbing act is not there. No statutory regulations are not there. the Ministry of Information Communication Technology generally publishes what rules and guidelines with regard to this. Okay, so basically the onus of fake news spreading is given under this rule. The onus, there is a rule called as Intermediary Rules and Moral Ethic Code 2021. It was given. Intermediary here is what the channel. See, for me this particular YouTube is a channel. Okay, YouTube is an intermediary. I give the information to the YouTube as an intermediary act as it and give it to all. So you all audience is the third party. I am the first party who is giving the information. This YouTube, Insta, etc. is the intermediary. Now the government in this particular rule, obviously if I post something on individual basis, there are IPC sections will be levied on it and I will be booked under the sections if I do on my personal level any fake news. Okay, but something I have got a news from some other source which I have given to all of you, then in between who is the intermediary here? Insta, okay, Twitter, YouTube is the intermediary. According to these 2021 rules, the intermediaries have the onus of accountability. So with the help of this rule, they have to be cross-checking the facts. They have to be very much accountable or whatever the news that is being spread on their platforms. For that reason, the government of India in this rule has asked them to have a nodal compliance officer, nodal grievance officer, okay, should be placed under each particular social media, whatever the organization, so that they act as a bridge between these particular people, will act as a bridge between the masses and the government and try to resolve the fake news scenario in our country. Okay, this is the thing that happened. Now the question comes that some people says that it actually curtail our freedom of right to express. Okay, because if I want to express, the intermediary will not allow. This is the content which is communal is their nature, we will not give. Okay, some people think that even though some this particular rules does not give what is the what kind of news could be called as a fake news. This grounds of disqualification of a news to be called of fake news is not given. So it is very arbitrary in nature. Some are saying that first of all, it curtails our right to freedom of speech. Some are saying that now government got a very good tool, so that now government can say that according to its perception, whether it is good or not, government will take down some YouTube channels, take down some Twitter handles saying that no, this particular person or this particular organization generally spread the fake news. So arbitrary, the government can act on it if these rules are being implemented. And some other are saying that no, it is very important in the environment that we are having, there should be a regulated information should be reaching to the masses, which is free of what? Any kind of wrongdoings, etc. so and so forth. This is all about fake news. One more important point I will tell you why all this I am discussing today, all of a sudden fake news means. You have to see that the PIB, the official government information handle, that we call it as PIB, Press Information Bureau. It is Government of India related. They have started a new portal called as Fact Check. So whenever any fake news is being spread, okay, this particular portal will give the fact check. I will also share you that image of fact check. You can see here. Okay. So Supreme Court of India has right now has upheld, or you can say suspended, that fact check initiative of the Government of India. Let us see how it goes. I have given a very good model question and answer for the fake news. This could be very, very important for the social issues, and you can write exactly whatever I have told you in a very good manner. The theory of it is given in the chart. You can see it. Thanks a lot. Keep watching and keep cheering. Bye-bye.